is Star Wars The Last Jedi really the worst Star Wars movie? No.
Absolutely not.
Theme music.
Two sides of the same coin.
That podcast is weird.
Hello, welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin. I am your loony host, and today for actually as far as I know, this could be the last episode of the year. We're doing The Last Jedi, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and to join me to talk about this controversial film is a friend who has, you could say, sometimes has controversial opinions, but hey, don't we all? He's a wonderful friend and a fellow podcaster, Zachary Smith from Godfellas.
Thank you. It's good to be here. And I made a decision that I'm just gonna go for it this episode. So
Yeah,
if you don't like me and you don't like Last Jedi, at the end of this, you will probably feel the same way. So
yeah,
hey,
yeah. Before we get started, though, Zachary, I told you before we started, I had a surprise for you.
Oh.
So I would say about a year ago, we did an episode on your podcast, and you gifted me my theme song.
Yes.
And so I was thinking this year what to give you, and since we're both fellow poets, I decided to write you a cheesy poem.
Noah.
All right. I don't really have a title for this poem yet. If you want to, you can name it after I read it to you. It's a free verse. I don't like being trapped by rhyme schemes.
No, me neither.
I was a fan. You inspired me. You made me laugh. You made me cry. You moved me, Bob. We became friends. You encouraged me. You supported me. And once again, you made me laugh. You made me cry. You moved me, Bob. You are one of the kindest and most intentional people I have ever met. I know we've never met in person, but I thank God every day that I have a friend like you. I pray that our friendship will continue to go the distance.
It's probably the first time I've cried on a podcast, on anyone's podcast. Noah, oh my gosh. Yeah. I was actually thinking about that the other day. It was, I think, after the VeggieTales episode, you reached out and you were like, I'm a big fan. And I was like, cool. Cause usually people reach out about VeggieTales to correct me, or most of the criticisms or the feedback I get from Godfellas is people going I don't think you're being very fair. And I was like, I think I'm being fair. So, and yeah. I think you were one of the first people who was just I'm a big fan of the show without an ulterior motive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the show. I have my own podcast, check it out. And I was like, okay, I like what this guy's about. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I love your shows. I mean, I don't always agree with everything you have to say, but sometimes I'm I don't quite see how that fits, and sometimes I'm okay, he has some going. That's fair point.
And that's just art in general. We're not always going to agree on everything, but it's how well can you. I mean, if you can present your case, it's funny that we're talking about Last Jedi, because I tell people all the time, I'm if you can tell me why you don't like the movie aside from, typical fan stuff or something you read on the internet, that's cool. I've heard a lot of opinions. I'm that's actually a really good point. But it's if you're just going to regurgitate what somebody else said in their YouTube video, I'm not really interested in a secondhand opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So since we're on that, let's just get into. So what was your initial thought? Let's go back to 2017 when this film first came out. What was your initial reaction?
Well, so a little context. I'm a massive fan of Rian Johnson, and I was. So when he was announced as Last Jedi director, I was like, I'm in. Like, that's perfect. But I also know his movies, like, they're a little more strange. He has a sci-fi movie where he just, like, kind of breaks a lot of rules. And, like, the episodes of Breaking Bad that he's directed, like, one is The Fly, which is a very polarizing episode I love. And the other one, Ozymandias, which has huge spoilers for the show. But when you look at his body of work, I was really like, all right, he's going to give us something and we're not going to be expecting it. Like, he's going to rock the boat. So I was like, I walked in ready for that. And I was still really surprised at a lot of what he did. And I remember I actually found my review that I wrote right afterwards. And I think I gave the movie like a B+. I remember not being crazy about like the humor, and the casino planet kind of like didn't really work for me. But all in all, I left the theater and I thought like, well, everybody's going to love this movie. Like, this is because there are some people after Force Awakens who are just like, I couldn't get on board. But I mean, I don't know how in depth you want me to go on how I felt then, because it's kind of how I feel now. But I'll just keep it general. I liked it, and I left with a lot of questions and things that I was excited to kind of wrestle with and talk about with my friends, which are my favorite kind of movies. And I thought it would be like the fan favorite.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of what I thought. So I went into this. I loved Force Awakens. I mean, I literally was just in love with that movie. I mean, I think I keep telling this to people. If you ever meet my father, he'll tell you that during that film, the theater was packed, so we were stuck in the front row, and I was like in the movie, moving back and forth. I was just extremely excited for The Last Jedi, and I remember going into it, and sure, there was a lot of things that you didn't expect, but I came out of that just being super excited because there's so many new and old elements put into this, and I was excited to see what happens next. And for like, I think it was like almost a year, this film was it became my favorite Star Wars film, became my favorite film for a while, and then almost instantly I got bullied by my friends, by Star Wars fans. It was like, oh, Snoke shouldn't have died. He was supposed to be the main villain. Or I hated the Concedo scene. And like later on, like my friends were like, oh, that's not real Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's supposed to be this. And this is not my Star Wars. This is where Star Wars went off the rails. This ruined Star Wars for me. It was just nuts. I mean, that's like my initial reaction. I guess we could go into why. I guess another big thing is just Zach. I mean, I know there's like, I can think of at least 3 main reasons, but for you, why do you think people hated this movie so much?
I would say in brevity, people played the expectation game where, because the Force Awakens, you know, whether you like the movie or not, you have to, you know, say it puts a lot on the table. You know, and that's kind of the J.J. Abrams school of filmmaking. He puts a lot out there for you to kind of dig into. So I think people dug in. And this was also the first Star Wars movie where, like, the internet and social media was really in full force. So, you know, I'm not saying this is the first time that there's been Star Wars fan theories, but this is the first time anybody could just, like, Rey as a Kenobi was a big one that I heard. You know, all of these other things. And I think people really played, like, you know, that this movie was going to be a big bombshell of just like explaining this movie's going to tell you who everybody is and where everybody fits in. And I think people hyped themselves up based on things that weren't the movie. And I made it a point, I didn't watch a single trailer before Last Jedi came out. Like, if I was in the theater, I would like close my eyes so that I wouldn't see anything. And so I walked into this movie because I already knew I was in. You know, I was like, I know I want to see it, so I'm not going to, I want to go in totally blind. And I really enjoyed it. for that reason. But I think, I mean, one of the biggest things is people. There was almost this sense of like Rian Johnson owes me my fan theory, you know, and it was more like you have to play in the Star Wars sandbox and follow all the rules, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So that's one where, you know, me personally, if you're adapting something, I always say make it your own. But
yeah.
I
mean, I guess if you want to start in like in order of like throughout the film, I guess the big thing is, as soon as Luke throws away that lightsaber, you lose so many people.
Well,
it's like
it lost me initially.
I mean, I remember my heart sinking for a little bit.
That's what I mean, yeah.
And then it was just like, I mean, it takes a little bit until you understand like why he left. I mean, well, it's also he wasn't in the last movie. He wasn't in the. What did you think? He was just going to be like, "Oh, right, I forgot." Like I can go do. Like it's a thing where he's people. It's Noah. It's so funny. It's so funny because people are like, "Oh, he's so whiny," and he's always in the first like trilogy, and that's a criticism where I'm like, okay, whatever. But it's like he's back to doing that. Like he's very much like, I failed everybody. No, I'm just gonna die on this island alone. But because like he has more gravitas in his performance, you don't put it together. But it's like he's the same guy, you know? Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, I guess people also have issues because even Mark Hamill says that the character's not the same.
Right.
But the thing is, you also have to catch in that same sentence, he's like, well, I also don't know because he left the character at such a high point.
Yeah.
And he's now like 40 years or more has passed.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's back to playing the character at a low point.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how can you tell someone this is not who the character is if you haven't played that character for like 40 years?
Yeah.
You can experience a lot of trauma in 40 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand that.
Yeah.
And
like you're training the next generation of Jedi and your own flesh and blood. Like, you know, there's a huge, colossal misunderstanding between the two of you, which leads to like the death of everybody. Like you're telling me it seems far-fetched that he goes into hiding after that? Like Yoda, here's the thing. Yoda does the same thing at the end of Revenge of the Sith, but here's the thing. Nobody's mad because he gets to where we saw him in Empire Strikes Back. If you were just watching those movies in order and Yoda is just like, failed I have, into exile I must go, I bet you would probably be like, what? That's not Yoda. What's he doing? You know what I mean? And then if you got to Empire and he's like this goofy puppet, you would be like, that's not Yoda. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where, like, And
then people are also like, well, Luke is one who's, like, doesn't give up on people because he didn't give up on Vader. Why should he give up on Kylo Ren? And I'm like, well, he didn't, like, have a part of, like, raising his, father. He was, like, a head figure. And he probably blames himself because he feels like he could have prevented it.
Yeah, there's a level of like fool me once, shame on me. Yeah. And so I mean, like, oh, maybe I was wrong the first time. The idea that he could even be like, maybe my dad wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there's so much to think about and talk about, like we're doing, and I feel like people didn't want to do that. I feel like people left the movie with kind of an upset stomach about some things, ran to the internet. And like I've been saying, regurgitated some angry YouTubers' review about why the movie was bad. So I would say the Luke Skywalker of it all is like a big one. And I mean, the one that breaks my heart, man, I get so sad for Kelly Marie Tran, like on a semi-regular basis.
Who she played Rose.
Because listen, am I saying she's my favorite character in Star Wars? No. Am I saying she deserves to get bullied off the internet? Absolutely not. Because imagine, like, she was not a super established actress. She was somebody who they found, and this was like her first real movie. Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine being so excited to be in a Star Wars movie and then everyone just
Yeah.
like trashes you?
Yeah, that. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a fan of the Rose character at first. I'm still not the biggest fan. But the thing is, it's just like we shouldn't go to the level. It's like even if we don't like a character, we can't like bully the person.
Yeah.
We can't bully the actor or the actress because they're just playing a character. Like what in Falcon Winter Soldier, the dude who played like the U.S. agent or like the newer Captain America.
Yeah.
The actor was bullied viciously.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, give the man a break. I don't like
Exactly.
his character either, but it's not like he wrote it.
Yeah. Well, so if we could talk about Rose for a second, though, I
Yeah.
like the idea of seeing here's a normal person who's ready
Yeah.
to join the cause and who like has something to fight for that we can tangibly see
Yeah.
on the casino planet. Because, and
Yeah.
that's one I do wish it was a little more like inspired,
Yeah.
because it's a little bit like, oh, Las Vegas, but you see like why these people are fighting. You get to see like the injustice, which you haven't really seen in a Star Wars movie. Like you've never seen the normal people in a Star Wars movie, really.
Yeah. Well, I like that part, but I don't like her in the beginning of the movie. I don't quite like her towards the end because of in the beginning she zaps Finn without like hearing him out, and she's like, "Oh, I'm turning you in for desertion," and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a resistance.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an organized military effort."
Mm-hmm.
And plus, the dude literally joined the resistance like a day ago.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, give the dude a break. I bet you he would say, I am with the resistance. I mean, sure, in the first movie, he said he kind of pretended to be with the resistance.
Yeah.
But he never really pledged anything to the resistance.
Well, this movie, it's a thing where his allegiance is to Rey until he proudly declares that he's rebel scum before he wrecks Phasma.
Yeah. Which I love that scene.
Yeah.
But then I also don't like Rose because then towards the end of the movie you get that weird love triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little
because the thing is in the third movie, Rise of Skywalker, they try to completely demolish it, act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, well, Rey tells Chewie before she goes to Snoke's ship, it's like, tell Finn, and like Chewie growls and she's like, yeah, tell him that. And I'm thinking she's saying I love you. Or some towards that line, and then you see Finn and Rose kiss, or Rose kiss Finn, and I'm just like, what's going on here?
He's a good-looking guy. I get it.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just like,
But I mean, I can't be too mad because that comes on like the heels of one of my favorite lines in all of Star Wars of like, we're not going to destroy them by killing each other, but by like saving the things that we love. And I'm like,
oh,
yeah,
that is a great line.
Yeah, I'm like, absolutely. And yeah.
But also, I do love, I mean, as sad as it is, I mean, maybe I don't wish this, but that scene of him like going towards the cannon.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought he was going to go too, and I was actually like in my heart ready for it.
I mean, I was like crying, but it was kind of like tears of joy too, because it was just like, he's going to I mean, it was a wholehearted sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then when Rose, I don't know, is it bad that I was a little disappointed when Rose like stopped him?
Yeah, I was too. But then you watch the movie, you hear that line, and it's because of what Luke does. They're all able to get out of there.
That is true.
Like, and to safety, because it's very much that idea about, had Finn crashed into the cannon, okay, you're down a cannon. The AT-ATs are still right there.
That's
The
true.
whole army is still right there. Like,
That
you've
is true.
done a big dramatic move, but now they're down one more person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically what Admiral Holdo did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that barely did anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good scene, though. That's such
That is also
Yeah.
such a good scene.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, which other big thing do I want to bring up first? I guess. Well, I'll go to one before the other. Snoke's death. Everyone and their mom was upset about that.
He's
And I
a
was
nothing character.
I was like, why?
He's a nothing. Yeah. He's just
I was
scary.
Yeah, he was He was just scary in the first movie. He was scary in this movie.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing else to him. Why are you upset?
I didn't really care who the dude was. Like, people were making theories, and I was just like, I don't really care.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'd like to know. I mean, it would be nice to know, but, like, I don't have to know. And
yeah.
I thought it was one of the coolest scenes where he said Kylo Ren's going to take his lightsaber and strike down his true enemy.
Yes.
And as soon as the lightsaber lit into Snoke, I was just...
Because it's such a loaded scene where, because you as the audience member, you have a moment of like, is he joining the heroes, the resistance? And then when you think about Star Wars history, you're like, no, he pulled the classic Sith move, which is you kill your master. Like, that's what every Sith has basically done. Like, they killed their master, and then they took over. And you're like, and that's what he's doing. But the movie tricked us, too. Yeah. And, I mean, gosh.
And I guess that also feeds into the next big thing that people got upset about, which that there was no lightsaber fight. And
I thought... that scene was dope. That scene was dope. I loved it.
I loved. I mean, it was like, okay, in the throne room, you still get cool lightsaber action.
It has one of the coolest moments in any lightsaber fight when he just like sparks it real quick to like get that dude through the face.
Yeah.
Like, come on!
And then you see him and Rey fight over the lightsaber. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, him and Luke. I
love that.
I loved every bit of that scene.
Yes.
I mean, I was confused at first because literally you see him light up his old lightsaber, and then I literally think it was like, wait, was it literally less than 5 minutes ago? Didn't we just see that thing get destroyed?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, shouldn't he be holding up his green lightsaber?
Where did he get that haircut? Where did he get the...
Yeah. Where did he get the new robe?
Yeah.
And then you literally like see him sweat on his brow projecting.
Yes.
And I was just like, that is freaking awesome.
It's so good. And he dies like at peace.
Looking into the sunset.
Yes. Come on, people. Come on, people. It's so good.
And he says, see you around, kid.
I like died. It was amazing.
I mean,
come on, people.
So I mean, we already touched on this, but so Zachary, what are some things you like now from the film?
Yeah,
like
so
recent watches and stuff.
You know, the first time I was watching this movie, I thought, not only does this have something to say, you know, just in general, it has something to say about Star Wars fans, which is like, what I was getting is the gatekeeping has to stop. Because, you know, with Star Wars Episode 7, there were a lot of people who wanted to jump on board. There are people who are like, never seen a Star Wars movie. I had so many friends, though, who were like, but, you know, I like the actors. It looks pretty interesting. They're building Star Wars Land in Disney World. Like, I want to be a part of this. Yeah. And, you know, Star Wars for me, I don't know if you would agree, but like as a kid, it was very much like we weren't the cool kids in school, like the Star Wars fans. Like we would get like made fun of for liking Star Wars as much as we did. Like it was, you know, as a kid, like other kids would pick on me, and it was kind of like my refuge. Like, no matter how hard school was, I knew I'd be able to go home that day and hang out on the Millennium Falcon with Luke and Han and Chewie and all my friends. And it had turned into this, like, you know, we're not letting anybody else in. Like, we're going to gatekeep this franchise. If you weren't here from the beginning, you get out. And Last Jedi, I felt, was saying, like, no, we need to let anyone who wants to be a part of this, who wants to be part of the Force, it's not just for us. Like he says, it's not just for the Jedi, and it's wrong to keep it. It's a movie that is to be shared with everybody. Like, quick story, my wife and I, Hannah, before we started dating, we watched all the Star Wars movies together, and somehow she still wanted to go out with me after that. But and I didn't tell her anything about the movies. And after Last Jedi, she was like, is this like everyone's favorite? And I was like, no, everybody hates this movie. And she was like, why? And just went on to talk about like all the beautiful things in the movie. So I think that's, you know what? I think that's why there's a large group, a very like bullying, loud group that doesn't like this movie, because the movie's saying, don't do that. It's saying when Poe's trying to push Holdo around to get what he wants, that's wrong. And you can't do that to people. And it's one where like people are like, I don't want to hear that. I want to be a bully. So that's one of the things I love about it. And then, you know, I mean, gosh, I feel like I could go on all day, but I would say that that's like my first big thing that I really like about the movie.
Oh man, there's so many things. I mean, one thing I love is how apparently, like, the audience may hate it, but apparently critics love this movie.
Did. Yeah.
I mean, like, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 91% on the tomato meter, which is the critic score.
Versus like a 50.
And then you get a 42% from like the audience score, which I think is nuts.
That's ridiculous.
But the thing is, this movie made so much money. Actually, I think it made the most out of all the Star Wars films.
Mm-hmm.
But yet people say, "Oh, it's the worst. It's terrible," and I'm just like, I mean, when we first met, I think we talked about it. I told you I didn't like it. But that was because my mind was kind of twisted, because I was bullied into thinking that the movie was bad, because I watched in the theater, I loved it, and then so many people told me that they hated it and that was bad, and then when I watched it the second time, I just saw all the bad things that everyone else saw.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, one thing that I love about the movie, and also, so I've gotten into playing D&D this year.
Nice.
And I think a lot of elements of this movie, it's like playing a game of D&D.
Absolutely.
Because, like, there are some, like, elements of the movie, it's like, oh, it's really high. Someone rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Or there's elements where everything goes completely wrong. Where, like, they go to the casino, and then, like, the DM is like, roll D20, and they roll a nat 1, and they're like, oh, you get arrested. You don't meet the code breaker. And then it's like, okay, you're in jail. Roll a nat 20 again. Or roll a D20 again. Oh, you get a nat 20. You meet a different code breaker in prison. And there's so much of that through this movie.
Yeah.
Which makes me even like it more as someone who's starting to love D&D. But also, it's just Rian Johnson. I mean, I didn't really know of his work before this film. But the thing is, once I saw this film again, like a third time, I was like, okay, I want to see more of his movies. I watched Looper.
Fantastic movie.
I love that movie.
Fantastic movie.
I mean, and the thing is, because of that, I think he might be one of my favorite directors, because he doesn't do a clear coat. He doesn't do a clear coat story. he adds many elements, and I mean, there's so many things. Like the visuals were
Stunning,
beautiful,
stunning.
I mean, some of the best visuals I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
yeah,
his writing too.
brilliant.
I mean, people say like, "Oh, the plot and stuff was bad in this movie." I'm just like, I mean, I feel like I'm doing blasphemy right here. I think his writing for this movie might have rivaled or was on par with George Lucas.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it was just like, I mean, because it's like I love George. He gave us a wonderful universe.
Some of his dialogue is a little silly, though.
Yeah, and also he's not an actor's director.
No.
I mean, we're getting to the age where all like the prequel fans are getting a voice.
Yeah.
And the prequels are becoming very popular now.
Yeah, I feel like after this new trilogy didn't take off, everybody was running back to the prequels. And I was like, literally, like not even 10 years ago, y'all were trashing these movies.
Yeah,
Come on.
remember, like, they didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Revenge of the Sith did decent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the thing is, a lot of people tell me, "Oh, that's my favorite Star Wars movie," and I'm just like, really?
No, that's not why I go to Star Wars.
I'm like,
I mean, it's the same reason.
And film, but I'm just like,
I mean, we could get into this, but it's the same reason I don't really like Rogue One that much, because like Star Wars for me is about hope, is about we band together and we're able to beat our enemies, and we have really good characters. Rogue One was like, it felt to me like they were on like a video game mission, and I couldn't really connect with any of the characters. And then it just ends like they all die, like so that I was like, that's not.
But you have to admit that was sad. Like that each one of them. I remember as soon as the first one dies, just like bawling.
Yeah,
and then when the last two go, which quick tangent. Why create a series about a character we know who dies?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Rogue One time in the theater, and I took a fat nap in the middle of that movie.
Yeah, I'm like, it was an okay movie, but we don't need to know the backstory of one of the characters. Yeah. Who's not important to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and I mean, he was the best character, and I love the visual aesthetic of that show, but it's not what I want from my Star Wars. Yeah. And like, honestly, Last Jedi, after like the reaction, I just don't really like talking about Star Wars with people anymore, because like it's always about, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like nothing at all. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for singing. But one of the other things I like about the movie is I love a movie where you can boil down like the theme in one word. Like that's why I like the Dark Knight trilogy so much. The first movie's about fear, the second movie's about limitations, and the last movie's about hope. I love that this movie, it's about failure. Like when Yoda says the greatest teacher failure is, every character in this movie fails their mission.
That was the best scene of the entire movie.
Yes.
Was when Yoda came back. And no one talks about it.
Yeah, no.
No one talks about that scene.
And I mean, and as Christians, Noah, like there was something real about when Lucas like, those are the sacred Jedi texts. And he's like, read them, have you? Page turners, they were not. And because I feel like we can get so like, dogmatic and legalistic about so many things, but if it's not being applied to our lives and they're just things that we're reading and things that are, not being applied to how we live, then like what's even the point? No,
it's just that scene. I literally love that, like, because I remember people complaining about the movie. I'm just like, what about Yoda? Yoda was like the best. He's like, well, that was okay. I'm just like, Frank Oz comes back.
That was awesome. That was not okay. That was fantastic.
And literally, it was just the best dialogue. It's literally, and it was just, he like sat Luke down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just like, honestly, I think that was the best Yoda in my opinion, especially when
it's up there.
I mean, he was like, especially the one line that he said that I will stick with me, which I'm gonna misquote it. It's like he was basically telling Luke, it's like, you always like look into the sunset, but never right here. What's happening now? Yeah. And I'm just like, that is so good. You're like challenging the dude for something he's done his entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, people don't want to see a character that they loved at one point have so many flaws, but yet what people don't realize is that he's held accountable for those flaws.
Yeah.
And then he comes back for...
Yeah, well, no, I think you said it. I think for a lot of people, once he threw the lightsaber over his shoulder, they were just like, well, I'm done. You know what I mean? They're like, well, I'm done with this movie. I'm going to check out now. And it's like, you have to... If you had gotten what you wanted from this movie, we wouldn't still be talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess another thing I love... Okay, some people talk about it. Adam Driver.
Fantastic.
I mean, like, I thought Kylo Ren was just like a bad, weird character in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was always considered him like the big bad, but so much depth I feel like is added to him in this film.
Yes,
because you see all the, conflict within him, like even more so than the first movie. Like, he just killed his dad. He was beat by someone who wasn't as trained well in the Force as he was. Mm-hmm. And also, like, he can't pull the trigger when he has his mom in the crosshairs.
Exactly.
And like...
and he has one of my favorite line deliveries in all of Star Wars with the blow that piece of junk out of the sky.
No, my favorite my favorite line that he says in that movie is "Let the past die."
Yeah,
kill it if you have to. Yes, and it's such a good line, and he delivers it so well.
Yes, and again, that's one where it's like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah,
because like Luke also says basically the same thing, but it's like, let's kill all of our traditions and move on. Whereas it's like the stuff that's happened, let it go. Like, let's move on. And I feel. Oh boy, do I even want to say this? Where like America was in 2017 and where we still are, not to get too political, but like, I think we can all agree it's a little messy, you know? Yeah. And I think it's this idea of like, people are so ready to hold on to their traditions, and they're so ready to hold on to like, well, we've always done this and we've always done this. And there's a sense of like, some things like need to die so that like, life is born out of death. Like, there's some parts of our histories that like we have to let go. Like, we need to leave behind like the evil and the bad and the things that didn't work and step into something new together. And like, instead of like fighting with each other and arguing with each other, like, let's all get on the same page about what we love.
Yeah. we already talked about this, but Adam Driver once... Oh my goodness. I love, like, when Rey was like, come on, we need to help the Resistance. There's still time. And he's like, already told you, like, let the past die. Yeah. It's like, we could take over right now. And I was just like... Also, when he, like, chokes Hux later... Yeah. It's like... the Supreme Leader is dead,
Mm-hmm.
and then Hux goes, "Long live the Supreme Leader."
Yeah.
That was so good.
I was so excited to see, oh my gosh. And this was the expectation game once again.
Yeah.
But I was so excited because, okay, well, Star Wars 9 has to be like unlimited power leads to his demise. Like, if like the biggest thing that's knocking down the First Order is his bad leadership, I was like, gosh, that would be so interesting to get into. And if you read Colin Trevorrow's script, that's kind of where they were going with it. But I mean, gosh, I really hate Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, me too.
And that was one too. Like, I saw so many people lie after that movie came out. Like, people who were like, I hated The Last Jedi. Like, I loved this movie. I'm like, no, you didn't.
No, yeah, that's why.
You loved when Hux said, "I am the spy." This is what you wanted?
No. And people are like, "Oh, Last Jedi ruined Star Wars for me." I'm like, excuse me? I'm just like, have you seen the movie after this?
Yeah, it expanded the world. And I think my biggest problem with the Disney shows, the Disney Plus shows, is they all play it super safe. Like, I thought the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were pretty cool. I haven't watched the 3rd season, but it's a thing where it doesn't do anything new. Like, there is no force projection.
I'll be honest with you. They do play it safe, especially because, like, right off the bat in the first episode of Mandalorian season 3, I mean,
Baby Yoda's back.
And they basically ruined the book of Boba Fett just so they could do what they want with the Mandalorian. And it was just like, I thought the 3rd season was cool. Honestly, I didn't need to have Grogu there. It would have been perfectly fine if he was not there.
I couldn't with Book of Boba Fett. Like, I got like 4 episodes in, and then people were like, well, now it turns into the Mandalorian. And I was like,
it's not. If you watch it for the episodes, the Mandalorian episodes, those were good. But it was just like, it took away from. It was just, No, I mean, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I really liked from The Last Jedi? Okay.
I mean, I can get into something I didn't like if we're ready.
I mean, I know, so you're going to disagree with me with this one. But I actually, Benicio del Toro, I loved his character.
I thought the casting was a little distracting for me.
So it probably helped that I didn't know who he was beforehand.
Sure.
And I loved all of his lines.
Oh, me too. I liked the character. I thought the casting was
he
distracting.
Was such like a cool character. Like, oh, you need a hacker, you need a codebreaker, I'm in. And they're like, oh, you can't do this. Literally snaps his finger, the cell's unlocked, and hijacks a ship, saves them. And also, it's just like, I listened to the episode that you, Mitch, and Brandon did a couple years ago, and I know Mitch had issues that felt like the character got very repetitive.
Don't you understand? Don't join.
There's no good or bad, but I liked it how the character, he said it in a different way each time, though.
Right. And he's a character who Finn could become.
Yeah.
Like, that's his other option.
And I think this is what leads him to go full in for the Resistance in the end, was because this is what I wanted to do in the first place, but I'm going to let innocents suffer. I'm going to let the people I ultimately care about suffer.
Plus, now I've seen the children who are in working slave labor for the 1%, and I can't betray them.
Yeah, it's like,
see, people, calm down about the casino planet. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in that scene. Calm down. He's the voice of the guy who's like, oh, they parked their speeder over there.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
in every Rian Johnson film.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay. I don't know.
In
Also
Glass
love that
Onion, he's
line.
the bong voice.
I love that line. What, they kill you today, you blow
Yeah.
them up tomorrow?
Yeah, and then he's like, you're wrong. And he's like, maybe.
Maybe. And I would have loved to see that character randomly pop up in the next film. Because what if he, it would be cool to see either, that character, like, die, or that character be forced to make a decision.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then again, once again, missed opportunity.
Yeah. Once again, they let the audience beat them into submission.
Yeah.
And because they tried to please everyone, they pleased nobody.
Yeah. I guess one more thing I like before we go into things that we might have not been thrilled with.
Yeah.
I don't mind Rey as a character, and I didn't mind her storyline in this film. People were upset. It's like, we don't know who she is. And I'm just like,
she's nobody.
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with that? It's just like, everyone in their life at some point struggles with identity. And sometimes knowing doesn't make things better.
Yes. Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to say, it doesn't matter who I was or who people say I am, but who I know I am that matters.
Yeah.
And she gets there at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
And it's so great. All the scenes of her trying to figure out who she is in this film, wonderful, especially when she's in the cave.
Yeah.
The visual effects, amazing. But then, once again, thrown away in the next movie.
Yeah. Yeah, which the ending felt very like, you can only be good if you're like, I'm a member of this political party, or like, you know what I mean? My last name is Skywalker. It's like, no. I mean, because that reveal about Rey being nobody was very much like, and that's like the thing is, the Force is for everybody, and you could have the strongest Force user, and it's like, instead of trying to like keep looking to the same 6 people to fix all your problems, maybe there's somebody who has that thing, or someone who can really impact your life in a positive way. Yeah.
So, Zach, what are some things that you may not have been thrilled about in this film?
This is going to sound so silly. I go back and forth on the Leia flying through space, because in the theater when she got blown up and she was floating in space, similar, in my heart I was like, I can accept this. And then it wasn't like, how was she doing that? But it was just a little bit like, oh, huh. And it was nice for her to get that moment with Luke at the end.
Yeah.
But it didn't really do much more for me. So it was one where I was like, I felt like you had a tragic ending for a beloved character.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I kind of agree with you, because it's just like, I never know how to feel about that scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just like, you kind of get excited when she wakes up, but it's just like, I'm not saying the scene was sloppy when she's like floating through space, but it's just like, I don't know.
There's something about it that just is like, something about it doesn't sit right.
Maybe she shouldn't have woken up from a coma.
Yeah. Well, and granted, the unfortunate tragedy of Carrie Fisher passing, we don't know what the next movie would have been, so.
Yeah. Then again, when she's in a coma, that's like a good scene when she like reaches out to Luke when she's in a coma.
Oh, I loved that.
That was great. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, that scene was weird. Ah, I mean,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing that bothers me. So I didn't see Solo: A Star Wars Story before this film came out, and then I saw this like maybe a year or two ago, and then I was like, oh, so that's what those dice are from,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, that was sloppy. I was just like, because literally in The
Well,
Last Jedi, you
that came
see,
out first, though.
I know it came out first. Well, also that was weird because that was like the first Star Wars movie not to come out during December. It came out during the
Came
summer,
out on my birthday.
and I and usually the tradition was my parents would get me the movie ticket
Yep.
on Christmas, and then we would go see it, and
Mhm.
that didn't fall in the tradition. And then I saw it years later. And then I was like, oh, okay, I guess the dice make sense. But yet, I was just like, why have that interaction for something that's not even in the original? I mean,
Yeah.
there could be some weird Star Wars fan out there who's like, well, if you look in this scene back in the original production, you'll see it in the background. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Totally. Yeah. Totally
they make
unrelated,
it
though.
they make it seem like it's such a big thing, especially when Luke hands the dice to Leia.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been more touched if he like picked up one of Hans's old vests or his blaster or
Yeah.
something
Anything.
that we know Han Solo for.
Uh-huh. Or like it said one of Han's lines or something like,
Or maybe
I know.
a better scene than what was done in Rise of Skywalker. Maybe the medal that would have fit better in that scene than
You know what's cool is the first time Luke sees Leia, she's a projection, and the last time Leia sees Luke, he's a projection.
wow. It's
almost like Rian Johnson knows what he's doing, people.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. One of my favorite lines in the movie though is the when R2 pulls up the old video and Luke says that was a cheap shot.
yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean,
this movie is awesome. My biggest thing is I wish that the Cantomite planet looked a little cooler, but it's not one that I'm gonna like bang my head against the wall.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's not a lot that I don't like about this movie. I mean, yeah, the casino scene can drag it sometimes because
it hurts the pacing a little bit.
Hurts the pacing. Also, the fleet wandering, like being in space for such a long time, that does hurt the pacing a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. The pacing does lull in a few places.
I'm conflicted with how I feel about Admiral Holdo, who's played by Laura Dern.
Yes. That casting is a little distracting too, I'll say.
Okay, I will admit. Well, the thing is, I can't remember if I knew who Laura Dern was or not, but I know she looked familiar, and I was distracted because I was like, well, my biggest thing was just like, who is this woman?
Yeah.
Why is she in charge? Why do I care?
Yeah.
And I was just, the thing is, it's just like, why is she being mean to Poe? I mean, Poe is kind of being a jerk, but I'm just like...
Well, yeah, and I think that's the thing where he's someone who's never really met someone telling him no before, and like she knows that he's not what they need. Like she says, like, you're the last thing that we need right now. And she's right. And he doesn't, and the thing is, like, she doesn't have to tell him her plan.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. I get so confused in that scene because I almost feel like at some point in the beginning of that phrase, she's almost flirting with him.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
It feels like she's buttering his bread a little bit about, like, I know who you are, and then it's kind of like and that's the problem with you.
And also she's like at the end, and I like him, and I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, then why did you show the man a little bit more respect?
Well, here's something I'll say. As a guy who is now like a youth minister, there's a lot of kids who have a lot of attitude. They have, and we say a lot of kids who have a lot of sass, a lot of attitude, and they drive me up a wall sometimes. But I'm also like, you will do great things. You will do, and I think that it's kind of like that with Poe. You drive me insane, but if you could chill, you would do great things.
Yeah.
Like, deliver the line, somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh, my goodness. I was so excited when I saw that trailer. But when I watched the movie, I was genuinely disappointed.
From the moment I read the dead speak on screen, I was like, uh-oh.
It was just like... I guess another thing I may have not liked about The Last Jedi is I kind of wish if you are going to have the Knights of Ren in the next movie, I would have liked to see them in this. At
least tell me what that is. Like,
yeah, it was just I don't know. I get okay. Before we go to the next thing, I'm gonna ask you what you would have liked to see instead of Rise of Skywalker. But one thing I would say that I loved about the Last Jedi. So okay, I already said I liked the Rey character. I mean, all right, people keep saying Rey is a Mary Sue,
sure,
which it bothers the heck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing is, it's just... So this is just theories, and this might be what the writers were intending right off the bat. I could be wrong. So, Rey's potential is unlocked in Force Awakens when she is with Kylo Ren.
Boom!
First the lightsaber cracks the door open, and then Kylo Ren goes wandering around in her mind.
Yeah.
He opens the door, and in return, he opens the door for Rey to open her to powers she didn't know she had access to. Knowledge. Yeah.
I just thought about what I want my 9th movie to be.
it transcribes over to her, and people are so upset. It's like, oh, she had no training. Literally, she copied that training from Kylo Ren. And then you see that connection. I mean, Snoke lies that he connected them. But that connection's forged there.
Right.
And then it grows through this movie.
Also, that first fight is primarily Kylo Ren talking trash and toying with her, and her swinging that thing around like a baseball bat. Like,
yeah. Also, he is wounded.
Yeah.
Severely.
Yeah, mentally too.
Yeah. And also, I think we did when they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like through through universes, galaxies apart.
So cool.
That's freaking awesome.
I love that.
And it's just...
Are we doing our alternative pitch for the 9th movie?
All right. If you could have written the 9th movie, what would you have done?
So this is going to get into Inception territory a little bit.
Okay.
But you've seen Inception, yeah?
Yeah.
So one of the coolest things about that movie to me is that Maul is, if Leo lets her in, she
Yeah.
takes over everything. So,
Yeah.
you know, Rey is this character who's kind of been like the answer for everybody in a lot of ways. She's been like the missing link in a lot of ways. And like the whole like kind of thing of Last Jedi is she's going to come in and fix everything. What if now, instead of her coming back to the Resistance and being a big hero, she is a liability? Because now Kylo Ren can see into her mind and see what the plans are, you know? Like, and also he's like wiling out because he's, you know, not equipped to be a leader. So while he's driving them into the ground, there's also the thing he can see what's going on inside of her mind. So I would have liked to have seen where she has to actually, like, now with her group, not be the hero and they all have to work together, because it's not going to be this big like throwdown with the two of them at the end, because they're in each other's heads. It has to be, she has to learn, like we talk about when Yoda in the fifth one, he says, you know, judge me by my size, do you? And he talks about that, like the Force, wisdom is more powerful than the lightsaber, and then they ruin it in Attack of the Clones when they say it's clear this battle cannot be by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skills of the lightsaber. I was like, boo! This was a chance to be like, no, like Rey can't just go in and swing her lightsaber and kill Kylo Ren. She has to really now figure it out for herself. So that's what I would have liked to have seen the focus of the movie had been.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So for me, so I feel like Star Wars has been, with some of the properties they've done, has been playing with the idea of balance of the Force.
Yes.
Especially if you've seen the latest season of Star Wars Visions, some of the best animation like I've ever seen. It's different stories. It's wonderful if you haven't seen it. I would love to see a focus of trying to find the true balance of the Force. Because the thing is, if you think about to all the other movies, you destroy one side, it's going to come back tenfold.
Yeah.
And it happens to the Sith, it happens to the Jedi, back and forth. And I would love to see a movie where Kylo Ren's trying to get Rey, Rey's trying to get Kylo Ren, and like Kylo Ren either wants Rey to join him or destroy her. Rey wants to either like, I want you to join me or I have to put you down. But like, I would love Rey to come to realization it's just like nothing good's gonna come of killing you.
Right.
It's just like, people might not like that ending, how that ends. But also, I can imagine like Kylo Ren like badly wounded by Rey and be like, I won't stop coming till it's all gone, till your resistance, till everything you care about is destroyed. And her saying like, I know, but I'll always be there to stop you. And I feel like, or like both of them like finding peace.
Yeah.
Combining both light and dark side, because if you also look in past movies, going one side or the other,
there's problems
on both sides. Because like, the more I read into it, like in the Clone Wars and stuff like that, the Jedi are extremely flawed.
They're the worst.
I mean, it's like you want them to be the heroes, but it's just like,
you're on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
Like, you're kind of the villain of your own story. And then it's like, if you like read about Count Dooku and like why he became
Who was truly
a Sith.
seduced by the dark side.
He was truly seduced because he had such pure motives.
Yep.
And he became such a cruel and wicked man. And everything he cared about got twisted.
Mm-hmm. Woof.
And it's just... I would just loved... And like... I would love to see a movie where you just... A true battle between the light and the dark side.
Yeah.
To the battle to end, or what if? So, if you want, I thought the idea of a dyad of the Force wasn't a bad idea.
No.
That would have been good if they didn't add so much other stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, maybe keep that idea, and either for both of them, for the Force to be in balance, for either both of them to be at peace, or both of them to be destroyed. Think about that. That would be a sad ending, but I could just...
Yeah. It'd be something. It'd be something.
Yeah,
rather than nothing.
It'd be something. Yeah. All right. Well, if I'm gonna count my change, this movie, I love this movie. It does have a few flaws. I just don't. The thing is, I want to go back to where I was, like literally in 2017. I mean, not like mentally and like physically, but like how I felt about this movie. I wish I could go back and like I really want this to be my favorite Star Wars film again. In some elements it is. And I just love how unique it is. And maybe also like that it's not loved by everyone. But it's just like the writing, the directing, the acting, the visuals, the dialogue. It's so great. But also what doesn't help is that the sequel is so bad.
So bad.
It's so I guess if I'm going to count my change for this movie, I think I would give it like a 95 cent movie. Like I think it's a really good movie. But it's just like I can't say it's perfect.
No.
Knowing what follows it.
Yeah.
And it's also it's just like it's there was no organization.
Yeah.
Okay, another reason. All right, people who say they hate this movie, give Rian Johnson a freaking break. He wrote this film.
Yep.
While J.J. Abrams was making the other one.
Yeah.
And he just had to go with the flow. And I thought he did so great.
Yeah, he yes-anded off that first one so well.
And then J.J. Abrams went from making a good movie to falling on his face.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah. What's J.J. done since then?
I don't... What has J.J. done since then? I'm good.
Because if you think about that first one, like, I think my sister said after the first movie when we saw it written and directed by J.J. Abrams, she was like, man, he loved putting his name on that. And I did not feel the same way about... Yeah. I did not feel the same way about this.
No. Oh, wait, that's weird. I'm just looking.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to see if he has anything.
They didn't even list. I mean, on IMDb, it doesn't even list him as director. It lists him as the producer.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yikes.
Actually, a lot of films.
And there was like zero press for Star Wars, the last one.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing the first trailer, and then it was just kind of,
It was quiet, yeah.
yeah, it was quiet, and it was just, and the thing is, I think I saw this movie in the theaters twice because they revived it, and for a second I thought, oh, this movie is doing good, but both times in the theater, I just remember like pointing out so many things that I was just like, okay, there's this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and there
Mhm.
was also I'm not there's a certain political I feel like political or statement that's kind of made towards the end that I'm just like I don't know. I mean, I get that this is being a part of movie culture now,
Right.
and if you okay, I'm just all right. I'm just at this point. I'm just gonna say it because other people. There's two women kiss at the end of this film. I don't really agree with that. But what my biggest issue with that is they make it such a scene towards the end of the film. It's two characters you have no idea who they are.
Here's
You
here,
don't
here's my
care.
issue. If you want to make a movie about empowering women,
Yeah.
why did you write Rose out like cowards?
Yes.
Like that's my
Why?
thing. You want to make a movie about like, you know, you want to make statements about like,
Yeah.
oh, like
Yeah.
we stand behind women and we support them. Then why did you
Yeah.
put her in the sidelines and try to
Yeah.
write her out of the movie?
Or,
Like, why did you bring in
yeah.
Mariodoc Brandybuck to be saying things she could be saying?
Yeah.
Like, get over yourselves. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, it feels like they're trying to appease everybody and make everybody happy
Yeah.
while being cowards because some people were mean about the last movie. It's like, get over yourselves.
I mean, and the thing. Well, and also it's just like, so in Andor, there are two female characters who are attracted to each other. I have no issue with that. I mean, I don't agree with it, but it's like they don't like shove it down your throat, and they're like very subtle about that relationship and don't go to the extreme. While Last Jedi is like, or not Last Jedi, pardon my mistake. While Rise of Skywalker goes full throttle, it's like, yeah, they're trying to. All right, what can we like fix that everyone's upset about? Oh, let's bring back let's bring back the best villain. Somehow Emperor Palpatine returns. Let's give Rey heritage. Oh, let's make her Palpatine's granddaughter.
Let's give Poe
remember-
a random girlfriend because he was a little too chummy with Finn in that first movie and people were shipping them.
No, okay. Actually, another thing. All right, another thing I didn't like about The Last Jedi. I was so tired of people after this movie. People kept going Rey-Lo, Rey-Lo, Rey-Lo.
Absolutely
and I was
not.
just like, no.
No.
Did you watch the film?
No. That's
No,
an abusive
they're not gonna-
relationship waiting to happen.
That's not
Absolutely
gonna-
not.
Like, maybe I want to see the love triangle get resolved between. I want to see who does Finn choose, Rose or Rey.
Or Poe.
But especially okay, Rise of Sky. I mean, wow, this is turning into a Rise of Skywalker. It's like what that like that. You two don't love each other.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you two kiss. And
Mm-hmm.
also, it's like, oh, we're gonna give the people what we want, and then Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
One
what?
kiss and then, all right, goodbye, everyone. Oh, boy. Woof. Bow, wow,
Okay.
wow. Woof.
Yeah.
woof.
Okay. All right, Zach. If you were to count your change about The Last Jedi.
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling pretty good at, I would say, a 92 because the pacing definitely it struggles in a few places. There's a
It
few
is
moments.
a 2-hour and 35-minute movie.
It is long. There are, and not. I'm not going to say every single second of the movie works for me,
Yeah.
but the stuff that works for me
Yeah.
really does. And
I mean, like,
it's my third favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah. I mean, the pacing does drag, but like once you get to those like intense scenes, it picks up right again.
Yeah, exactly. And
just...
I mean, yeah, I really like.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the movie, and I've watched it multiple times. Even though I know like the sequels aren't as good and things like that. But this was the last time that like a Star Wars movie gave me the warm fuzzies. So I'll bump it up an extra point for that, and I'll say 94%. I missed that guitar.
All right, so Zach.
Yes.
I know we are both movie fans, so I am going to ask you, since you are short on time, I'm going to ask you 5 movie trivia questions.
Oh no. Okay.
And I am going to put stakes on this movie. If you get 5 questions right, I will buy one piece of media of your choosing for you to either for both of us to review on this podcast or for you to review on your podcast.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see. Let me pull this up. Where are you? Don't. Oh, you love it when you lose computer tabs. Okay. See. I want to give you both. All right. First question. If it helps, all these are going to be probably franchise movie questions.
Okay.
Because I'm using used questions from Movie Trivia League.
Great.
All right.
Oh, great.
So the first question should be maybe a little easy. It's in the category of horror.
Ooh.
In 2019's Child's Play, who plays the voice of Chucky?
(2019's)?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I have absolutely no idea. I do not know.
I'm trying to think.
I've never seen it.
I'm thinking about a hint.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I saw a trailer even for that one. Johnny Knoxville?
All right. For half a point.
Okay.
For half a point, I'll say it's a notable voice actor.
Oh man. Rob Paulson?
That is incorrect. It is Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill.
That's right. Oh wow. Good for him, I guess. Okay.
All right.
This is going to be a very humbling game for me. I'm guessing, but yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Your second question is going to be a Star Wars question.
Okay.
How many Star Wars movies does the character Darth Maul appear in?
Well, I know it's so movies. I know it's Phantom Menace and Solo that he's in. I'm trying to think if there's like a shot of him in the third or in the second or If there's any, I think it's just 2, right?
Yep, that's right.
Nice.
First point on the board.
Woo!
All right.
I was thinking about the TV show where he's like in season 4,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh.
So your next question is going to be in the category of quotes.
Okay.
So So name the movie by the quote. Madness, as you know, is a lot like
gravity. All it takes is a little push. The Dark Knight.
That is correct. It makes me happy you knew that quote. I thought that was an easy question for my movie trivia league, and no one got it.
Oh no! I just watched. Every time I'm on a plane, I watch a Nolan movie. I don't know why. It's not on purpose either, but I watched that one recently on a flight, and I was like, "This is really good."
All right. Okay. Let's see. How many questions have I asked you? I've asked you 3.
3.
So for your
I'm 2 for 3.
Question. I'm afraid you never get seen this movie. I don't want.
Ooh.
All right. I'll. No, I'm not gonna. Okay. All right. The 4th question is in the category of Medea.
I've seen one of these, so okay.
Okay, no, never mind. I want to give you a fair shot.
Okay, what was the question though? Just for my.
What was the what comedian is featured in a Medea Christmas?
Yep. Nope. Charlie Murphy? I don't know.
No, it was Larry the Cable Guy.
Of course it was. What a surprise. Amen.
What is the name of... Okay, this is MCU question. I'm sorry, I didn't flip it. What is the name of Loki's army in the Avengers?
Oh, the Jatari.
The Jatari, that is correct. Okay. All right. Zach, this final question.
Yes.
This is for all the marbles.
Oh.
This is for the passing grade.
Mm-hmm.
In Back to the Future, what song is playing when George and Lorraine kiss?
Earth Angel.
That is correct.
Woo!
You have won yourself a purchase of your choosing.
Ooh. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, what am I going to make you watch? That's Ooh.
Nothing traumatically scarring.
Oh, shoot.
No, hey, if it's good traumatic scars.
I want to take another. I'm going to make you watch Hostel Part 2. I'm kidding.
Have I seen
No, I would never make anyone watch that movie. That's just what came to my mind. No, yeah, I will let you know. But I mean,
Okay.
Where the Wild Things Are is rattling around in my brain. So
I can't remember if I've seen. I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh, one of my faves. I saw it at the Regal in downtown Lancaster.
Ooh. Oh, I just watched for the first time there. I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail for the first time.
Oh, that's so fun.
It was enjoyable time.
Yeah.
Very weird movie.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Some of the jokes were hit or miss. Honestly, my favorite part of the movie was probably the first 20 minutes.
I'll tell you my favorite joke in the movie off mic.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, folks,
boy.
that has been 2 sides of the same coin. Mr. Zachary, tell the folks where they can find you.
listen to the podcast I co-host with my wife and my dear friend Jimmy. That's Godfellas. We're on all the Instagrams.
Yeah.
That's just Instagram. And you can find us on Spotify, Apple, or whatever. And listen to my band, the Honey Initiative. We're on TikTok right now, but we're working on recording our first album, so that's coming along slowly. But yes, it should be here soon. Yes,
I've heard snippets. It's gonna be great.
I'll send you all the demos if you want, Noah. So
I will listen to them all.
Perfect.
All the links will be in the description for that.
Follow me on Letterboxd. I'm doing really well on Letterboxd, and I'm very happy about it.
You're like famous on Letterboxd. I read one review. I was like, and someone said what Zach Smith said.
What?
That's their review. Literally. Someone did that. Someone did that. I forget what review. If you like search your name, one of those reviews will come up. And I forget what review, but someone's like literally what Zach Smith said.
Amazing. Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, everyone, my links and stuff will be in the description on Instagram, 2 sides of the same coin pod with the number 2. If you have any suggestions for or things to do for next year, 2 sides of the same coin pod at gmail.com. And also, I'm trying to start another podcast. I do remember the name. Big Questions, Good Book, Good Father.
Yes.
I believe. That's the name of the podcast. Still working out the kinks. I think going to start uploading in March. I have a few sermons that I have recorded that I'm going to be the first episodes going up. Please send your questions to the email. It's going to be in the description. I don't think I've gotten any yet, but there's still time.
I'll send you some.
Oh, thank you, Zach. But until the new year, have a happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
May the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holidays to